Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I am so glad you're here today and I hope you enjoy this video. Today we are going to be spending a day in my life with me as a mom of 3 and a full-time nurse. We're starting out the day getting the kids ready for school, fixing the hair, and getting everybody out the door. I have 2 kids that go to a school that's a little ways away, so we have to get to the bus at 7:30, and then my oldest goes to a school that is not very far from our house. So, but regardless, I drop him off right after I've dropped the little 2 off at the bus stop. So we have an alarm set every morning at 7:20, so that the kids know that as soon as my alarm goes off, it's time to go get our shoes on, get our backpacks, and go to the car. So that kind of keeps us going, and I'm not having to yell as much. So that there's your first tip for you for the day. If you have trouble getting out the door, just set an alarm for about 10 minutes before you actually have to leave. And then that way, as soon as that alarm goes off, the kids know exactly what to do. They hear the alarm, they go get their shoes, they get their book bag, their lunch boxes, whatever they need, and they are out the door, and I don't have to say a word. I don't have to say, "Okay, kids, get your shoes on. It's time to go," 100 times. They just know as soon as they hear the alarm, get your shoes on, get your book bag, and get into the car. And that gives me a few minutes to kind of like check to make sure nobody forgot anything, and then we all leave. So, gonna go ahead and fix the boys' hair. Mason was giving me a hard time because he does not like his hair fixed, but I gave them haircuts. I've never cut their hair before, so I gave them their first haircut this past week, and they wanted the top left long. So Miles wanted a mohawk, as you can see, and Mason just wanted the top left long so we could style it. And I told him, I said, "You hate getting your hair styled, but if we do this, you have to let me style it." And he's like, I will. And then of course, when I go to do it, he is arguing with me. So gotta love that preteen stage. But he is an asthmatic, and this time of year, especially with harvest, he struggles. So getting his inhalers in, and hopefully that will help him throughout the day. Gonna go ahead and get my iced coffee mixed up. I've never been a coffee girl, but for whatever reason, the last 2 weeks I've been making this iced coffee, and I love it so much. I saw a girl on TikTok that did it with instant coffee, and it just, for whatever reason, it tastes better to me. So anyway, making my iced coffee, took the kids to school. Now I am back home and ready to tidy up my house.
I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No matter who I try to love, it's always you I'm thinking of. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. I'm still gonna be dreaming, still gonna be dreaming of you.
So today is really a very productive day for me. I will admit this does not happen every single day. I would like for this to happen every single day, but it does not. Especially the last 3 weeks, having to go in early to work, working 10-hour shifts, running kids here, there, and everywhere of an evening. Everything was kind of chaos. So this was really the first morning that I kind of got back into my normal routine. And like I said, routine isn't really even a good word because it doesn't happen every day, but I would like for it to. So in a perfect world, I typically would get up earlier than I do, but this morning I got up at 6 a.m., got myself showered and my hair dried. I did not fix my hair, and I did not put makeup on. Today was a day where I just wanted to focus on getting my house back together and not worry about the rest. So I have basically from 6 a.m. when I woke up to 7:20 to get the kids kind of together, get myself together, and get out the door. And then, like I said, the school that I dropped the kids off at for the bus stop is just a few miles away. So I run them to school and I run right back, and then I don't have to be at work myself until 8:30 in the morning. So I set another alarm for myself for 8:20. That way I can just put my head down and work, get stuff done, and not have to worry about the time. And I just wait for that alarm to go off at 8:20. As soon as that alarm goes off, I stop wherever I'm at and I get out the door so that I'm not late for work. So anyway, it's just a great routine for me in the mornings that I've got now that we've moved into this house and we're closer to our school. it's really been great for me because I have a lot more time in the mornings to kind of tidy up after our crazy morning rush, and then I'm not coming home in the evening with such a big mess. I mean, there's always a mess, let's be honest, but it's not as bad if I get some of this done in the morning. So I'm very excited to get back into my normal routine and hopefully to make this happen more often than not. So just went ahead and put any last few dishes in the dishwasher. I did not run the dishwasher yet because there's not very many dishes in there. I'll wait till tonight after supper to finish that job. All the stuff that's on the counter is actually the equipment for the meat grinder. If you're not a fan of hunting, you might not want to listen to the next little bit. But my son, my 8-year-old, did harvest a buck, and we made summer sausage over the weekend, and so that was the meat grinder left out from making the summer sausage. And so my husband just has to put it all away. It goes in a box a certain way, and it's extremely heavy, so it'll have to wait for him. And as I'm doing the dishes, I keep looking out the window because we have a whole, I don't know, I guess it'd be a flock of turkeys out in the yard. This is literally our little slice of heaven on earth. I mean, it's amazing to look out your window every day and see deer and turkey, and then our cows are over there, and then the fall leaves just makes it even better. So wanted to share that with you, but just gonna go ahead and finish tidying up the kitchen. The island was filthy the night before this. I had my 2 nieces and nephew over who are 6 and under, and we had eaten some snacks up here. They ate some summer sausage and crackers, so there were cracker crumbs everywhere. And it's funny because this video does not do justice how dirty my island was. It was disgusting. I should have got a close-up for you because it was really gross. But anyway, gonna go ahead and get that cleaned up. Typically, I wouldn't go to bed with the island being dirty, but it was later yesterday evening and I was tired, so I'm just like, whatever, it'll wait till in the morning. It'll be fine. So some nights you have that, but gonna go ahead and tidy up the living room. This is typically what our couch looks like of a morning because the kids sit here and watch TV if they have time before going to school, so they can kind of just relax before the day starts. So I'm gonna go ahead and tidy that up. This is one thing, making my bed and then tidying my living room. I don't know why, but I don't like to leave my house unless those 2 things are done. It's kind of a strange thing. It must be a maturity thing because I did not used to care at all about that, but now for whatever reason I like things to be tidy. It's like somebody's going to be coming over to my house while I'm at work or something. Obviously that's not happening, but if it did, I'd like for things to be good. So gonna go ahead and get a jump start on some laundry before I have to leave for work. I have a lot of laundry to get caught up on. It was another busy weekend, and I feel like laundry is just a constant. Before school started, I was actually really good and in a routine of keeping the laundry caught up, but for whatever reason, like I said, the last 3 weeks have just been crazy, and I have gotten really far behind. So looking for those turkeys again. It's funny, I think they were actually having a little fight out there at this point. I was watching because it was getting a little crazy, but anyway, bear with me as we finish up this little load of laundry and move on.
No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. No matter who I try to love, it's always you I'm thinking of. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. Nobody got the magic touch. How you make my heart rush? Why is that so hard to find? Nothing better than your kiss, something that I can't resist. Can't forget the nights you were mine.
I know I've mentioned it before, but this little hanging rack I got from a friend, and it is so silly to think that something like this would be so handy, but it really is. I just hang everything up there, and then I can push this from room to room and put away any of the hanging clothes. So it really is very handy to have. So, and it was, I think, pretty inexpensive when I look them up. I think they're under $30. So just a suggestion, if you have a lot of hanging clothes and you have to go a little ways to get to where you're going, it's just nice to be able to just wheel it from room to room. I will say this really would only work if you have hardwood floors or hard surface floors. I feel like if you have carpet, it would be a lot more difficult to use, but just a tip if you are interested in that. I think she got them at Walmart and they were pretty inexpensive, so might want to look into that. It's, for whatever reason, like I said, it just really helps the process for me just to be able to hang them, push it around, and put them away. So I'm going to go ahead and make up my bed so that it is ready for the day. If you notice, I did get some new lamps. It's a funny story, actually. I have a friend who had one of these lamps, and I had been looking at these lamps at Target for a while, like before we moved into this house, but I thought, well, I'll just wait. That's one less thing I have to worry about moving and potentially breaking in the move. I'll just wait till we get in the new house and then order them. So I did that, and then once we got in the new house and I remembered I wanted them, I went to order them on the website, and they were sold out. They were sold out in every store that I could find that was even remotely close to me. They were sold out for shipping, and I was so sad. They did have them in like a gray color, but for whatever reason, I really wanted the clear. So I was really sad. And then one day, my friend had Snapchatted me, and she had one of those lamps in the back, like in the picture on the Snapchat. And I was like, oh my gosh, did you get that at Target? And she's like, yeah. Long story short, I told her my issue, my dilemma, and she, bless her soul, she ended up finding one of those lamps for me in a store in Target, just out and about shopping. And then a couple weeks later, she messages me, and she had found they were in stock for shipping online. She's like, I have been checking for you every day, trying to find you these lamps because they would look so good in your bedroom, and I just wanted you to be able to find them. And so thankfully to her, I now have 2 lamps, and I love them so much. They were a perfect addition to my bedroom. Like I've said before, I haven't decorated a whole lot in this new house. Life is just really busy, and it's not a priority for me. Like some people are just very good at decorating, and I'm not going to say I'm bad at decorating, but I just don't have that, I don't know, skill or ability. In my opinion, I'd rather like slowly find pieces that I absolutely love than to just rush out and go buy a bunch of stuff and then, you know, maybe not love it once I get it all together. So these lamps, I can honestly say I absolutely love. I plan to have them forever, and I'm so happy that I finally found them. So thank you to Heidi for helping me find those lamps. I literally wouldn't have found them without her. So very thankful. Went ahead and tidied up my mess from this morning in my bathroom, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over a load of laundry really quick before I have to get out the door. So at this point, I think my alarm was about to go off or had just went off, and I was like, I've got to get this laundry switched over really fast. I had thrown this laundry load in actually first thing this morning, like before I even started filming. I think before I even got in the shower, I threw in that first load of laundry so that it would be done. So I'm going ahead and switching it over and then throwing in a load of towels, and that way it can wash while I'm gone. And then when I get home from work, guess where we're gonna start? Back in the laundry room.
Still gonna be dreaming of you. No, no, no. Yeah.
Okay, I went to work. I do work an 8-hour shift this day. I work in a doctor's office that is actually in my hometown and is just a few miles away from my house. So I'm very, very fortunate to work so close to home and truthfully care for the people in my community. And I love that so much about my job. It is really, honestly, the best job I've ever had. I love the people I work with. I love what I do. And I love that it's so close to home. So I went ahead and went to work. I came home. So this was 8 hours later. Going ahead and switching the laundry over again, like I said. Really was determined to get caught up this day. I cannot stand to have baskets and baskets of laundry. So as you can see, I'm chipping away slowly at the laundry pile that I have accumulated over the weekend. And going to go ahead and get that taken care of.
Here together. If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
So this this is a really busy season for us. I know I've said that 100 times probably, but basketball is in full swing in our area, and so my oldest son had practice till 5. So my husband had picked him up, and then my middle child, my youngest son, had practice in another town, and it was late practice. So his was like 5:30 to 6:45, I believe. So anyway, we kind of team efforted it tonight. My husband got my oldest son. I went and picked up my middle son from my mom's and took him to the practice at the other town. And then I came home, and then my husband was going to go ahead and go pick him up once his practice was over. It was about that school's about 15 miles away, so it's not too bad. So rather than just sitting there the entire time, like I said, I knew I had a lot I wanted to get done, so I just dropped him off, came home, got busy, and then my husband agreed to go pick him up. For supper this night, we just kind of had leftovers and clean out the fridge is what I always like to call it, just whatever you can find in the fridge, and we warmed it up. I didn't even film that because it was not interesting at all. Everyone ate in shifts, so it was just one of those nights where it was just like eat something quick and keep going. So yeah, that is kind of what our evening looked like this evening. It's different every single night, especially with both boys being in sports and then my daughter being in tumbling and dance. Every night is something new. So I literally look at the calendar the day before for the following day to see what we're doing because I can't keep track of it. It's funny, my mom will say, so, what's going on this week or whatever. I'm like, I have no idea. I go a day at a time right now because I can't keep everything straight. It's quite chaotic, as I'm sure most of your lives are as well. I know life is just crazy busy these days, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love those kids more than anything, and I know that one day I will miss this stage so much. So just trying to make the most of everything right now, even though some days it is very challenging. But I also wanted to comment on the fact that I am still wearing my scrubs. I used to work like med-surg and home health, and never would I ever have hardly even walked into my house in the scrubs that I had worn all day. So it's funny to see myself back now wearing scrubs and cleaning my house after I've worked all day. I have the luxury of being a phone nurse right now. So I say luxury, it's not always a luxury. It definitely has its challenges, but I am not like in the thick of all the germs and everything now, thankfully. I work in a doctor's office, so I do come in contact with patients, obviously, but I'm not like in the thick of it. Like I said, in home health, I was always, some days I would come home and strip down on the back porch or in my laundry room because I wasn't about to wear those clothes. A lot of times I would go home and change and shower before I'd even go pick up my babies from my mom's because I didn't want to carry anything to them. Like, I was extremely particular about that. But this day I was solely the phone nurse. I didn't do hardly any patient contact because I was very, very busy on the phone. So I just literally hit the ground running as soon as I walked in the door. I didn't do anything else. I just started right in because I knew I wanted to get things done and I was determined to get caught up tonight. So if you wonder, and if you're a germaphobe like I am, that is kind of why I guess that I wasn't concerned.
I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
So I'm just going ahead and going through all the kids' backpacks. My middle son is still at practice for now, and then so you see my oldest son Mason and my little girl Malia. Mason's working on his homework. He's in 6th grade, so most of his homework he can do independently, and he usually doesn't have a whole lot of homework, but this evening he did have some homework, so he's working on that while I unpack the book bags, seeing what my middle son Miles has for homework, leaving that out, and then it's time to go ahead and read my daughter's library book. She is in kindergarten, so she is learning to read. However, obviously this book is not one that she would read, so I'm reading that to her this evening, and she is getting really sleepy. You can tell she's just really tired. In fact, she ends up falling asleep on the couch this evening a little bit later, watching TV with her dad. But also, I wanted to make a comment about her blinking, because I know someone will point it out, but she does wear glasses, and she should have her glasses on right now, but we just didn't even think about it. She mostly just wears them at school. So when she gets really tired and she doesn't have her glasses on, she will blink, kind of funny, and it's worse this time of year when the allergies are up. So I think it's more of like an irritation that she causes her to do that. But she does wear glasses normally, and that does help with it as well. So in case you were wondering, but gonna finish up snuggling with her is my favorite thing to do, and then move on to the next project, which is going through some of the Christmas presents that I've gotten. This past weekend I went shopping with my in-laws, so my mother-in-law and my sister-in-laws, my nieces on that side, and we got a lot of the Christmas presents for that side of the family done. I am still trying to figure out where in the new house I'm going to hide my kids' Christmas presents, so kids, if you're watching this, please don't be snooping. But so far I haven't really gotten them anything. This is mostly for other people, but I thought I'd just go ahead and box up anything that needed to be in boxes to have that part done and kind of organized, and then that way I could put it up on my shelves in my closet and it would all be together. I'm going shopping again this weekend with my family, and we're going to hopefully find some wrapping paper. That's one of my goals, is to find wrapping paper and I can start wrapping presents. I am not going to be decorating for Christmas, however, until after Thanksgiving. I know that's really not the cool thing to do on YouTube, but I am hosting Thanksgiving this year, and I do not want to have a Christmas tree up during Thanksgiving. I don't know why, it's just a thing. I might change my mind, but as of right now, I am not planning on decorating for Christmas. I may do a little bit of decorating in the kids' rooms and let them put up their tree before Thanksgiving, but as far as like our big main tree in the living room, and most of those decorations, I will not be doing it until after Thanksgiving. So I'm just trying to find places to store and organize everything until I am ready to pull it out. So my closet may end up becoming like Santa's workshop. I don't know, we shall see, but just going ahead and boxing everything up, and then if you see me writing on the boxes, I'm just labeling who they go to. That way when I do wrap them, I know instantly who they go to. I don't have to worry about opening them and seeing, who they're for. Those 2 boxes that I put the same shirts in, I have a set of great nieces that are, one's in a size 2, one's in a size 3. They're twins, and they, so of course I got them the same shirt. It's so cute, but I obviously wanted to label that and make sure that I got the right size for the right girl. And then, so anyway, it just made me kind of label all of them so that way I wouldn't have to second guess what was what. And then up here, I'm going to just throw some things in for surprises, I guess is a good word to put that. Anyway, for my family, and not, I'm going to divide it between, 1 box for Denny, 1 box for Mason, 1 box for Miles, and 1 box for Malia, so that I can kind of stash some of their smaller items up there for now. I decided that was probably a good hiding location, so we shall see how that goes. But anyway, we're going to move on to hanging up the clothes that we had put on hangers earlier. Like I said, I love this little cart, so I can just push it right into my closet and we can hang it up. And Malia, she's so cute. She is such a good helper. The boys were never interested in helping me clean or do laundry or do anything like that, of course, but she wants to be a part of everything, and I love that. And I hope it continues, because she'll be a big help one of these days. I mean, she already is a pretty big help. So I joke and say that for a 6-year-old, she is my most responsible child. Like, she can pack her own lunch if I let her. She can pack her own bag for an overnight bag, and she will have everything she needs, no question about it. I do double check her, but I wouldn't even have to double check her because she's always got it together. The boys, on the other hand, I don't know, it must just be a boy thing, but neither one of them could do that. I feel like they could do their lunches probably, but they're gonna pack like beef jerky and chips. They're not gonna pack an actual lunch, so it's just funny, the difference between the boys and the girls. But moving on to helping Mason with his homework for this evening. This was, I believe, social studies. It was kind of difficult, so just checking his work to make sure he has the answers right, and there was one that he wasn't sure about, so I was looking in the index to see where we could find that particular person in the book. So we ended up getting it done, but like I said, 6th grade is a whole lot of fun. It's a lot harder than I remember our 6th grade being, but that's okay. He's getting through it. He's doing really, really well. I have no complaints. So, and he's saying hi. He loves the camera. So I don't know what Malia's doing back there. I think she's practicing her back roll on the couch. It's not going very well, but it's always something around here.
Everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that?
And here we are, more cleaning in the kitchen. I feel like between the kitchen and the laundry, it's just never ending, honestly. But you know what they say, one day we will miss all of this mess, and we should be thankful for the dirty dishes and the dirty clothes and everything else. So just trying to keep that in mind as I do the never-ending tasks, but loving every moment of it.
Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you.
By this point, Miles was home from basketball practice, so he was in his room reading for AR, and Mason came to my room to read for AR. So I was asking him about his book, and this was a really cute book. I can't remember what it was called, but it was about basketball and about a little boy who maybe isn't the most athletic boy in the world, but he really has a heart for basketball, and that is truly my Mason. He loves sports. He loves playing with his friends. He may not be the best one out there, but by golly, he has a good heart, and he wants to be there, and he tries his hardest, and it's just sounded like a really cute book, and he's really enjoying it. So got to get those AR points. I don't know if you guys do that in your area, but basically they have to read so many books and take tests over the books and make so many points to get their AR points, and then that is a grade for their reading section. They do get graded on it. So we're trying to get that done. The earlier the better, because I don't like waiting till the last minute and then struggling to get caught up. So trying to make that a priority for the beginning of the month, and then we don't have to worry about it as much. If you notice my dog laying over there, Belle, she's so unbothered by the fact that I'm doing laundry, and every time I lay a blanket down, it blows her hair, which is cracking me up. And then I have to reach under her to get one of the wash rags that she's just laying on, and it's just so funny. And then this is a sweet little moment, Mason snuggling with her and playing with her. He just loves her so much. She's so cute. She's such a good dog. I've never had an inside animal in my life, so when Mason said a couple years ago for Christmas, he basically was asking Santa for an inside dog. And anyway, so Santa made it happen, and we now have Belle. And she's been a perfect addition to our family. We wouldn't trade her for the world. In case you're wondering, she is a toy Aussie Doodle, and that's about as big as she'll get. She's really a perfect size, so we love her so much. I'm gonna go ahead and write out my schedule on my calendar. I am still a paper calendar girl. I don't know that I'll ever be an electronic calendar girl. I just can't do it. But something about writing it down feels like I'm getting it out of my head and on paper, and then I can forget about it. So we did get a new schedule tonight for both basketball teams, so we're just going to update my calendar and make sure I have everything straight so that I know where I need to be and when and all the things.
this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here?
Finally, it's time for me to relax. So one of my favorite things to do in the evening is to sit in my bed or on the couch or whatever after the kids go to bed and read my Bible. It's not something that happens every night, but a perfect night would be this, just me relaxing and reading the Bible. Like I said in my last video, I am trying to get through the Bible in a year, and I am getting really close. I may not pull it off, but I'm trying really hard to stay on track and get to that goal. So we shall see if I meet the goal at the end of the year or not. But regardless, I'm proud of how far I've gotten. It is a very big undertaking. If you've ever tried to read the Bible in a year, it's harder than you think it would be, but it is a goal that I have set, so we shall see if I meet it. So anyway, going to finish out by reading my chapters for the evening and then go on to bed. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.